Cody cover up. Looks like he will going into turn one. Coming at it. Maverick Davis working the inside, but he's going to get loose. Can he save it? Vietu. Oh, contact between Poplin and Vietu on the front stretch. Boy, that's our championship race at Phoenix, and he has a huge jump. Look at that. But it's going to be Cody Moore. Cody Moore is your Donut Box Truck League champion. Congratulations. Cody Moore is your champion. Welcome to the Evan Gilbert Photography 250, brought to you by Donut Box Truck Series. Well, sorry, it's the Donut Box Truck Series race. This is brought to you by Evan Gilbert Photography. First race of the season. We are here at Daytona. As I said, a little bit of history to cover real quick before we get a driver or two up into the booth to chat. Fix one thing real quick. Last season, Ethan Halsey was the winner of this race. 14 drivers made the start in the Donut Box Truck Series first ever points race. 5 of those original 14 would finish the season, and only 4 are back here for season 2. They originally had 2 fast repairs. We will have 1 tonight, 4 sets of tires. There's 100 laps. Stages are at the end of 20 and lap 40. Top 10 will get stage points in each stage. Shane Fuller and Franklin Warner were the stage winners last season. Ethan Halsey led the most laps at 22. Shane and Franklin both led 21. Jesse Becker, fan favorite, had 17 laps led. 5 cars finished on the lead lap. Ethan Halsey had the best running position at 2.6 during green flag laps. Well, this season, we have not got 14 drivers. We've got 40, baby. It's going to be a madhouse tonight here at Daytona. And let's see what they can do while we wait for the warm-up. We're going to get some drivers into the booth. First one I want to talk to, as usual, going to be our league president, Cody Moore. Cody, Quinten in the booth. You got me, bud?
Yes, sir.
Well, welcome to a new season. It's finally here. How is the truck feeling for Daytona, buddy?
She's real loose, especially tucked up underneath someone. I'm finding out real quick that she's going to be a handful. We're going to be making some adjustments all night to try to fix that. But
well, man, look, last season, 14 drivers made the start of the race, and this season, you've got 40 trucks going to start this race out. Do you expect a little bit of a madhouse tonight? What do you expect?
I'll be honest, I kind of expect it to be cleaner than last year. Last year, there was a lot of cautions. I think, or at least I hope, that since there's this many people, everybody's going to realize, we gotta take it chill and easy. I'm sure that a lot of guys are planning on just trying to be alive at the end, so I'm hoping that it's not going to be, more than a few wrecks. I definitely think there's going to be a couple big wrecks, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's some wrecks that take out more than half the field at a time. So.
Well, in one faster pair, there's only so many of those you get before the cars start dropping off like flies. So, give me a shot at the season ahead expectations for your team.
Well, I mean, the goal is to obviously do a repeat and get all four of us back into the Final Four, but this season's going to be much more competitive. I think anyone who was around last season realizes that. I know last year I went off and got 11 wins. This year I'll be happy if I get 3 or 4 wins just because of how competitive this field's going to be. I hope that at least one of my cars can get the Final Four, but if any of them do, I'll be super happy with this season.
That sounds great, buddy. Hey, wrong car. Sorry, I thought I saw you. I thought it was your truck. Never mind. Forget that I said that. So, on top of your team, give me the season as a whole, as a league president, just expectations for that and what we expect, just kind of how you think everything is going to pan out.
Well, I'd expect driver count-wise, this will probably be our biggest race for a while. We got Super Speedway here at Daytona. Everybody comes out to those. I'm guessing we'll be high 20s, low 30s at the mile and a half at Vegas next week. Then we go to another Super Speedway at Atlanta, so I think that'll be a pretty big showing.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. But yeah, I think driver count, I'm hoping that we stay around 25 to 30 drivers. I'd be super happy with that. It's already exceeding my expectations for that. I came in this year with the goal of by the end of season I wanted to have 25 drivers, and we're kicking it off with 40, which is just insane to me. Like, I can't believe we've grown this much. And there's a lot of regulars in this series that couldn't be here tonight. I know of at least 4 or 5 that would normally be here, but due to the fact that it's Mother's Day, they could not make it. So,
well, man, congrats on the growth of the league. I expect big things this season out of the MDM team, as per usual. And hopefully we will be talking to you here towards the end of the race.
Sounds good, brother. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Cody. That was Cody Moore, league president. It's going to be a madhouse tonight. We saw that big wreck there, and this is just the practice. Let's get one more driver up here. We're going to get our broadcaster in the car. Blake, Quinten in the booth. You got me, bud.
What's going on, Quinten?
Well, I figured I'd pull you up. You're going to be driving this week instead of talking. How's the truck feeling for Daytona, bud?
Well, I'm not going to lie. The first laps I really logged around there was qualifying and was able to pull a pretty good lap, so I guess the truck's all right, I'd say.
It's working. Daytona, as both of us know, man, it's all about luck. Especially where we're going to have 40 trucks out there. I'm going to ask you a question. Over, under on cautions. What do you think?
Oh, Quinten, this is going to be a brutal race. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. There's 40 guys out here. This is sim racing. People are going to be going 3 wide. This is going to be brutal. So I'm going to say it's going to be over 10 for sure.
Over 10. Hey, that's probably right. We'll put that in the chat. Blake, thanks for joining me in the booth for a moment. Good luck tonight with your buddies.
I appreciate you, Quinten.
That was Blake Hutchinson, friendly co-broadcaster in the chat. I'm going to throw a poll up in the chat if you want to participate. Over, under on cautions at 10. Be right back with you in 21 seconds for our race start. All right, here we go. Gridding process getting started. 100 laps at Daytona coming up at you. Let's take a look at the starting grid tonight. Starting on the pole is Maverick Davis from NPR Esports with Joe Weaver, who hopefully we got that right. On the outside, Anthony Emmerich and Ricky Wentworth in row 2. Row 3 is Warren Young and Brandon Schneider, Roger Saucier and Blake Hutchinson in row 4, Chris Mason and Cody Moore in row 5. You have Michael Newton and Shane Fuller in row 6. Row 7 will be Jeff Taylor and Steven Choate. Chris Bishop and Frank Warner in row 8. John Brancasio, I hope, and Daniel Keon in row 9. Row 10 will be Jesse Becker and Daxton Stokes. Josh Mitchell and Andrew Martz in row 11. Row 12 is Cody Curran and Quinten Stokes. Then we have Ivan Desham and Ethan Vietvu in row 13. Row 14 will be Anthony Zirkle and Chris Vinson. Joshua Stott and Mike Poole in row 15. Evan Gilbert and Jarrett Feltman in row 16. Row 17 will be Christian McCartney and Aaron Blaylock. Mike Powell and Jamie Penland in row 18. Row 19 will be Seth Whitworth and Riley Mason. And rounding out the field will be Curtis Noble and Andy Daigle. And here we go. Pace laps underway. And Maverick Davis has the pole tonight. Davis in the NPR Esports 98 car. .40 cars. This thing is going to be nuts, guys. Going to be totally nuts. Biggest field we've seen on the Q&J show as of yet. And hoping for a great race. Lights are off the pace car. We should be going green right away here. And a new thing we're going to start here with the field this big. We're going to watch the sound of the track and just let you take everything in. Pace car drops down. Maverick Davis will start us off on the green.
Green flag, green flag.
That was your first lap sound of the track. Wow, this field is big. We're not going to be able to focus on much other than, really the front here. Davis holding on to the lead. Emmerich behind his draft partner. Should be in the 43, but it looks like he's put his paint in incorrectly in trading paint, so we'll try to keep an eye on that Mountain Dew car. And to the outside, Wheeler and the 11 of Wentworth trying to push the outside lane. It looks like you got a teammate there, Maverick Davis. That's going to be that's going to be Chris Mason on the outside. And you got the 48 of Warren Young to the inside lane. Look at that whole field. Everybody's sticking in line. It's nose to tail for every car, but the field is so big. Riley Mason in last place is 3.5 seconds behind where the lead is. So you'd have to imagine you want to really keep the lead. Fastest lap of the race right now is Christian McCartney back in 28th at a 48.20. Davis is going to be burning more fuel than anybody here, along with Wheeler. But doing well there with Emmerich. And look at that field. I cannot believe we made 3 clean laps. Gotta love super speedway racing. We're getting settled in here, about 16 laps to go in the stage. See the view from inside Davis's car as they come down the backstretch. Mason's still holding on to the rear of the field. And there's a little gap forming there. Right at about 32 is where the gap begins to widen here at about a half second. So a group falling off of the lead pack already. And the draft is so important here. It is Daytona. This is super speedway racing. And let's for a moment while everybody's getting settled in here, take a look back at Jamie Penland, who is now in the rear of the field. Something happened to Jamie, so we're going to go back up to a car a little closer to the pack here. This is Vincent in 32nd. There's a little damage there in the car in front of him. He must have dumped the bumper there. Here's Maverick Davis, our leader once again, the only car with clean air. Davis always competitive. In anything I've ever seen him drive, he is competitive. We have a car down pit lane. That's going to be Jamie Penland. Didn't get an eye on what might have happened there. Car's starting to form a single file line as the inside has the momentum here. Everybody wanting to get in that line. Big winners right so far. Evan Gilbert up 21 spots from where he started. And this field is so big, it's just hard to see through the names. Big loser right now is going to be Brandon Schneider. He's down 21 spots. Evan Gilbert now up 23 spots, running a great race so far. Here you can see Penland and Mike Poole, again, falling off the pace. Eight laps in, completely clean. When will the big one happen, I guess, is the question here. It is Daytona. There will be a big one. Will the late race. It looks like there's a lot of respect going on here early. Cars letting each other in and out of the line, not pushing it too hard. You know, clearly the car in the most danger here is Maverick Davis. As you see, there is Saucier moving up to the outside lane. He's going to jump right in front of Mason, trying to get some momentum going and maybe get up to the lead. Look at that. Saucier is doing well right now. You've got a bunch of cars that have gained a ton of spots. You've got Gilbert with 23. Felton's gained 22, and McCartney has gained 21. Running excellent here. Side by side now for the inside and the outside rows as a bunch of cars dropped off of the inside row, and now there is a gap at car 17, or the 17th position of Josh Mitchell. Him and Frank Warner have a little bit of a gap going, and then another one there at 23. Cars kind of getting spread out here at this super speedway, but still fairly bunched up. You can see that one pack there that's formed in the back, trying to get back up with the lead lap, and then the two cars there that fell off of the pace early. Halfway through stage one, Maverick Davis has led every single lap of the race so far. And there's a caution. And what happened? We were focused on the front of the field. Things going to get slowed down. So first one of the evening at lap 11, and it's, oh no, it's fan favorite Jesse Becker. Oh boy. Let's get one more look at that here from maybe a better angle. No, that's a terrible angle. Oh boy, the 36 just came straight down into Jesse. Who is the 36 car? We don't have that number here on the timing. That's Seth Whitworth. Came straight down into him. That's going to bring out the first caution of the evening here at lap 11. Few cars going to hit pit lane here, including Cody Moore. So about 16 cars from 24th back all going to go into pit lane. Remember, everyone has 4 sets of tires for this set of 100 laps. choose rule into effect. Maverick Davis will pick the outside lane.
Alright, man. Light you back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
And as we heard from the tower, we will stay yellow for one more time around the track. Good look at that side one. We really appreciate the Donut Box Truck Series for throwing us on their contingencies here this season. You can see we got Epic Gilbert Photography, Admin Box and 5150 on there as well. There's the pace car, and Maverick Davis will lead us off when we hit green for 4 more laps until our first stage break. Who will be the stage top 10? Great start there from Davis. You see Emmerich falling back there on the outside. You got Wooer. Davis going to drop down to the inside in front of Emmerich, though. Suck a little bit of that air away from Wooer. Field back together again. And every car on the lead lap here. Coming down the backstretch. Outside lane just not gaining any momentum here. Even with Saucier jumping up to help. And overall, I'm just amazed by the cleanliness of this race here. 40 cars, 1 caution in 17 laps. I've seen races where it was caution, caution, caution. These guys are nose to tail, 40 cars deep, and still keeping her clean. And that is just incredible here. As we come down, we'll have 2 laps to go in the stage once we cross the start-finish line. Big gap there starting at Cody Moore back in 23rd as they've fallen off the pace just a little bit, maybe conserving some tire. The outside lane is gaining a little momentum there as Wooer had the lead for a moment, but Maverick Davis continues to lead every lap of this race. Now we see the outside push down the backstretch. Davis going to need a little more momentum there on his push as Wooer continues to battle here for the lead. Who's going to win the stage? Big caution. Looks like Jeff Taylor. As maybe he got put into the wall just a little bit there. Taylor in the 24. See the 81 car just push outside. And yeah, wow. Big wreck there for Jeff Taylor. He comes all the way down the track. I cannot believe he phased through a couple cars. And I'm going to go ahead and put that one on the 81 car. I'm trying to find you on my timing there. Not malicious, but just maybe not the wisest move there. And it looks like Taylor's night is in jeopardy here. All right, we're going to end the poll. The over-under says we're going to have under 10 cautions. I like the faith. Now we'll see Davis come down pit lane. And a few cars going to come with him. So this will be the first lap. I believe here that Davis does not lead in the race. It's Cody Moore. No, he's going to jump down. Look at that. It's going to be Aaron Blaylock that stays out. Curtis Noble is going to stay out. And I can't get a read on all of them here. Who's going to win the battle off of pit lane for this big one? And that is Emmerich. Two-tire strategy, potentially. Looks like Davis is getting 4. And it's going to be Feltman now that leads the race in the 04 car. So now the field gets a little jumbled up here. Ivan DeSham up there in second. And I'm going to assume that Davis has won the stage. Now we see him come down pit lane. He wanted that lap led, looks like. Emmerich with the speedy pit crew tonight. Gets out of pit lane and comes into second. Davis gonna struggle with a slow pit stop there. He probably took 4 tires, and that's gonna put him back in 12th after leading all of the stage 1 laps. Lights are off. The pace car will go back to green right up till lap 40 for stage 2. Blaylock will lead us off. And a good start from him. Desham in second on the inside. And there's Emmerich covering up, taking over second place. Saucier on the outside. Emmerich can't decide what lane he wants. He's going to jump back up in front of Saucier. And he's going to try to get... Oh, caution back out. And that's, I think, a big one here. Let's see if we can see what happened. I think it might have been Penland. No, I don't know. We're going to take a look from a cockpit in the back and see if they drove past it. Oh. 41 there, and it was Penland. Right off the start of stage 2. Oh boy, he just got loose. Maybe a downshift. And that will bring out our third caution of the evening. And Emmerich has taken over the lead. I'm getting word from our infield track team that the reason for the bad stop here was Davis missed his pit stall. Let's take a look if we can get a good view of what might have happened here on that pit stop. We would have thought he would have won the battle off pit lane. Maybe it was tire strategy, but no, it appears he's missed his pit stall. Something fierce here. Oh boy, yeah, he missed the hell out of it. Hey Maverick, pit stall's back here. So we'll just shorten up our stage 2 a little bit with some caution laps as we see Taylor going around on a wave around, get a lap back here. Davis has clawed his way back up to 10th. Surprised to see Cody Moore, last season's champion and league president, back in 24th right now. Right now, a quarter of the way through the race, and the under is not going to hold up. See, Emmerich's chosen the outside. Blaylock will hold on to the inside lane here. Saucier outside with Emmerich, and we have Noble on the inside behind Saucier. And this Mountain Dew Code Orange team here, bunch of Chevys doing fairly well. It's kind of a mixed up group here. Up in the top 10, if we take a look, Chevys, Fords, and Toyotas all over the board there. Davis, excuse me, getting over a cold. Davis has profited here off the choose rule. He's going to go up to 8th. A little damage there on Curtis Noble's truck in the Hardee's 5. Come around 3 and 4. We'll see the pace car drop off the surface, and Anthony Emmerich will get us back to green on lap 26. We'll have 14 left in the stage.
Green flag.
Green is out. Emmerich leads us off. Great start there from Emmerich. He is way out ahead, but clearly the draft pack going to catch up to him. It may actually not work out so well. Saucier shoots outside. What can Saucier do? Saucier's taking over the lead. Wooer is up into second. Emmerich back to third in the outside lane. Flying Brocaccio side by side with teammate Emmerich. There goes Wooer to the inside in front of Emmerich, and now Wooer is in the lead. 2 lead changes in 1 lap. And it's going to be Wooer that will lead the lap. We see he's got the clean air. Maverick Davis falling back to 10th now. He's got a strong car here. At this point in the game is patience. Inside lane, flying. We have 1 car down to the inside apron. Couldn't get a good look at who that was. May have been Andrew Martz. Cody Moore holding on to 24th. Right now our big movers is Blaylock and Curtis Noble, 31 and 35 spots gained respectively. The inside lane holding strong there. We see 1 car thought about jumping out there. That was the 34 Blaylock, but he thought better of it. Curtis Noble maybe holding up the outside lane with the damage. Maverick Davis all the way up into 3rd. Look at him make quick work of the field. Somehow he snuck up there without us even noticing here in the booth. Like I said, Davis is always a threat on any sort of track. Big momentum from the outside. I would think Davis would want to jump up, but he's not going to. You're going to see the 26 Brancosio jump up. And now there's a Maverick Davis sandwich between teammates Emmerich, Brancosio, and Mason. Caution out. Oh boy, the big one. Looks like Riley Mason is involved. Let's see if we can get a good look at what might have happened here. Oh boy, big slow up, and Cody Moore got right in the back of Mason. And that's going to jam up the field behind. Let's get one more look at that. And I don't know if maybe that wasn't what caused it. Let's take a look in the cockpit here of Mason. Oh, there's a car completely sideways. So it is not all on Mason and Moore. Let's try to find that car there. That's the 04 of Feltman. Feltman got a shot there from the 51 of Marks in the rear quarter panel, and that's going to spin him around. And he could not stop the car. Oh boy. So another group of cars going into pit lane. Wooer has led every lap. That's a big time ouch. Nathan Vietvu, the one car right now out of the race. Davis going to go outside with Emmerich. Weaver and Brancasio going to be inside. We will have 7 laps to go in the stage.
Green flag.
There we go, green flag out. We're gonna lead us off. Emmerich trying to hold on to the outside. Davis trying to push him for momentum. Brancasio is right there. Outside lane falling off behind Davis. Really behind the top 4. The whole There's no push there. They're waiting for help. The inside lane help is going to come first. Emmerich in the lead for the moment. Ooh, a little loose there from the 16 to Mason, and he's going to take Wooer out. What a save from Wooer. Going to bring the caution out. And we saw Mason getting sideways fairly early there. Let's take a look from a different angle here. It may have been the push from Chris Bishop in the 42 that got him a little bit loosey-goosey. Oh boy, no, he just started getting loose out of nowhere. Let's take one more look at that. This time from the cockpit view. I don't know, maybe he didn't get loose. He may have been trying to shoot a gap that wasn't there. We see Noble hit pit lane here. Emmerich will be back in the lead, and look at that, Maverick Davis all the way back up to second place. Our big movers at the moment right now is Aaron Blaylock with 29 spots gained, and Evan Gilbert with 22 spots gained. Our big losers so far, Joe Wooer down 34 spots after the wreck, and Ricky Wentworth Jr. down a few himself. Go back to green. We'll have 3 laps to go in our stage. Emmerich chose inside. Davis chose the outside lane. Emmerich has teammate Brancasio behind him. And Davis is going to have Bishop behind. 3 Chevys in the top 4. Davis, the lone Toyota. 1 Ford inside of the top 15. Imagine that. Let's just say I'm something of a Chevy man myself. There goes the pace car. Emmerich will lead us off once again.
Green, green, green.
Good start from Davis. Davis has no help behind as Bishop falls. Everybody jumping down to the inside lane. Davis has no help whatsoever. The pack has chosen inside, and they're not giving it up as the rest of the field falls behind. And again, caution is out. That is the 6th of the evening. And we'll try to find out why here. Oh. Which car is that? That is the 16. Nope, that's the wrong caution, boys. Sorry about that. Oh boy, Cody Moore involved here. And he's had to jump to pit. That is a bad sign. Oh, the motor blew. He blew his motor on the restart. And that is what brings out the caution, a blown motor. And it looks like car's going to assume that's the end of the stage there. And Anthony Emmerich is going to be your stage winner, I believe. And the question is, who wins the battle off of pit lane? Oh, look, Maverick Davis. And right now, it's Blake Hutchinson that's leading your race. Davis going to move into second after the pit stop. And that one hurts. Upcoming this week on the Q&J show, we will have the PGR Cup Series tomorrow, followed by the 5150 Cup Series on Tuesday. We have the 5150 Street Stocks Thursday night. And Sunday, once again, we will have the Donut Box Truck Series. Also have the PGR Grand Prix Series posted on the YouTube channel probably Friday afternoon.
Alright, man. Light you back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going green.
Now got two Fords in the top 10. After at one point we had none in the top 20. Bunch of Toyotas and a bunch of Chevys. Oh no, Brandon Schneider has crashed. We'll take a look at that as we do our final pacing lap here. What happened? Oh, you know what? I think we have another blown motor here. And he just wasn't going to make it. So Brandon Schneider has blown his motor as well. We'll get our final stage started off. Blake Hutchinson will lead us off with Maverick Davis behind. The 04 of Feltman will be on the outside of row 1 with Brancasio behind. There's the green flag and a great start there from Hutchinson and Davis. Davis, look at that, brown nose, and Blake Hutchinson right up to the lead. You see Feltman drop down to the inside. He's going to push in front of Curtis Noble. And look at those two go. Great start to the final stage from Hutchinson and Davis. You see a break there in the field, right at about 14th place. And wow, the outside with Feltman and Saucier is caught up. Hutchinson led the lap. Do we see the nose come up? Oh boy, Feltman. Something big happened with Feltman. And I think there's a big old mess as we try to let everything get settled so we can take a look. But Feltman is back in pit lane. And what happened to bring out our 7th caution? We will find out here. Oh no! Ooh, big wreck! That's the big one, boys! Feltman flying down the backstretch. We're going to have to check on him one more time. It looks like he did make contact there with Davis as well. Davis miraculously saves it. But that is a big wreck. Huge chunk of the field involved. Wow. incredibly hard wreck, and that is going to put 28 cars. Let's take a look at Maverick Davis and what kind of damage he has on that right front. Oof. Big shot there. One more time, we'll take a look here. Davis saves it somehow, and it's just a madness behind. Davis going to hit pit lane here to get some damage repair. That's going to put Emmerich up into second. Blake Hutchinson will continue to lead the race. And hopefully for Davis, that is his first fast repair of the evening. You only get one. Davis all the way back to 12th. Hutchinson will lead us off. Lights are off the pace car. We'll see if we go green this lap. And we will. So we will go green with 54 laps left in the race.
Green, green,
Green out. Hutchinson leads us off. He's got Emmerich behind. They're pulling away from Young and Gilbert on the outside. Good momentum there, coming out of 1 and 2 for the outside lane. As we see help incoming for the inside. A lot of speed going on here. Car is hitting 190 miles an hour down the stretches. Top speed of the evening right now goes to Aaron Blaylock at 196. Look at Ivan Desham from the Cam Kings team. The 49 car on the inside. He's moving up. Davis struggling to make his way through the field like he has before. Little gap there forming. You can see two packs kind of coming in behind Michael Newton in 17th. Oh, car into the wall. Oh, a little loose there from Hutch. Young has moved into the lead on the outside. Oh boy, Jesse Becker's right there. That's going to cause some issues. 3 wide into the corner. Not Becker's fault, he had nowhere to go, but the outside lane gets slowed down heavily there. And that's going to allow Hutchinson to take the lead back over as we cross the start-finish line to bring on lap 51. Emmerich and Hutchinson doing really well here with the bump draft. And that's not easy to do when you're not on the same team chat radio. Hutchinson continues to hold on to this lead here. Emmerich has been up front all night. He's probably wanting to get out to that outside lane to try to jump up in front of him. Oh, Deschamps all out of whack there. Almost had an incident, but it looks like he gathered the car nicely. Maverick Davis back down on the inside lane, trying to work his way up the field, but struggling to do so at the moment. Hutchinson and Young trading back and forth the lead down the backstretch. Hutchinson holding on to it for the moment. Hutchinson going to lead yet another lap here, as the inside continues to have the momentum. Big gap though there between Deschamps and Brancasio in the 26 car, who's got Wooer behind him. Look at that, there's Maverick Davis almost back up into the top 10, as now it's 2 car lengths gap for Hutchinson in the lead from the outside lane of Young. See some real speed. Jeff Taylor there on the inside, just coming out of pit. And that was the 9 of Frank Warner getting a little bit out of whack. Good long run here. Now it's going to come down to who's got the long run. Set out, Deschamps gets turned. Big wreck. Oh man, the whole field. Everybody behind Hutchinson's going out. 2 cars make it through the field. It's pandemonium. And that was another big one, and there's going to be a lot of cars here that have used up their faster pair that will not be making it back out. And we want to take one more look here at this one, if we can get the right angle. And that wasn't it, boys. That wasn't it. Let's try that one more time here. So we want to focus on Ivan Deschamps. Deschamps just got up into Young there. And cars just going around all over the place here. And it really looked like Hutchinson and Fuller are the only cars that made it out. Hutchinson going to dump down pit lane. And that's going to put Shane Fuller up into the lead. So we will go back to green here next time around. And you can see how many cars are stuck in pit lane. We've got 21 cars left on the lead lap and basically everyone behind will probably not make it back out here. Going to be Evan Gilbert that leads us off on the inside lane. And presumably he had a faster pair left. He's looking like he's got the cleanest car on the track right now. Hutchinson back in third, also looking fairly clean. Davis doesn't look to have too much damage. Pace car will drop off the surface here. And we will have 40 laps to go. There we go. Good start there from Gilbert. So we can see how much smaller the field has gotten here. Like I said to Blake earlier today, this track is a lot about luck. And look who got lucky there is Maverick Davis, not having too much damage. He's on the outside, and there's a good push there. It's now going to be Chris Vincent that moves into the lead. Maverick Davis is up into third. Maverick Davis drops down to the inside. He gets in front of Gilbert. He's going to take over second from Weaver, and now he's going to take over the lead from Vincent. How about the move from Davis to move from 8th to 1st? What a lap from Maverick Davis, and he's going to lead another one. He's already led a bunch earlier in the race. You see the 96 of Stodd coming out. And the inside lane has momentum now as Davis is leading the charge here. Amrick is still up there. Oh, Davis! He jumps outside. Why did he do that? That's a move that doesn't make any sense. Gilbert's going to take back over the lead. Davis jumped up in front of Fuller, presumably to halt a run there, but I just think you should have held inside. He did it all race. Davis going to lead the lap, so maybe he knows better than I do. And now he drops down back. Boy, Davis playing these lanes. He is being very risky. Vincent back into the lead as Davis got a shot from Gilbert that sent him down to the apron. There's Taylor once again trying to come out. Ooh, Taylor got a little risky there. Hutchinson falling back to 10th. Vincent trying to decide what lane he wants to go. It looks like he's getting low to try to catch some side drop. Davis once again leads the lap. 37 laps to go. Now the inside lane has hella momentum. 4-car. Whoa, Davis down to the apron once again. Evan Gilbert takes over the lead. Davis got a shot there from Gilbert. Oh, big wreck! Ay, caramba. It happens yet again. And I think this time it's Maverick Davis. No, that's the wrong wreck. Whoa, we're well back. Timing can't keep up with just everything that's going on here. As you see how Davis dropped down low. He wanted to get back up. Oh no, it was Vincent that got down into Amrick. Oh, man, Davis almost made that out of that one clean. And that is Daytona for you. Gilbert going to take back over the lead. This 9th caution of the evening. We are 2 away from the over. It's brought to you by Coors Light. And then there were 16 cars left on the lead lap. Maverick Davis looking pretty beat up. He's taking a couple shots here tonight. Gilbert, Weaver, Warren Young, Blake Hutchinson, Vincent all drop down pit lane. Mason going to stay out and take back over the lead. Blaylock going to stay out. So is Daigle, who wins the battle off pit lane here. It's going to be Blake Hutchinson. Jesse Becker, your fan favorite, back on the lead lap. New poll question up in the chat. Maverick Davis comes out, stays on the lead lap, but he's looking pretty damaged there. See if that truck is able to make it an extra 36 laps. Blaylock chose the inside lane. Mason's going to hold outside. I believe I'm actually backwards. Mason chose the outside lane. Blaylock will take inside. There's Blake Hutchinson to the outside. And Josh Mitchell up 18 spots tonight in the DuPont 21 car. He's going to be on the inside row 2. Evan Gilbert is going to be outside. For some reason, Seth Whitworth is putting up with the lead lap group. 14 cars on the lead lap. Green flag out. Mason leads us off. Hutchinson behind. Good start from Mason. Mason's going to drop down low. He's going to leave Hutchinson out to dry with Gilbert behind on the outside. Mason, he thought he wanted to go outside, and that is going to force Blaylock down to the apron almost. Hutchinson takes back over the lead. Now Hutchinson goes low. See Davis way off the pace. As now Gilbert leads the lap. Three cars on the outside and help a long ways away, and that's going to push Hutchinson back to the lead. Problem is Blaylock is not keeping up with the bump. In the corners, that allows the outside to gain some momentum. And Gilbert moves into the lead down the backstretch. Now the help is a long way away on the inside lane. The outside's got the momentum. And it's going to be Gilbert that leads the lap. But just by a nose. Hutchinson to decide what lane he wanted to hold on to. He's going to hold on to the inside lane. He's going to lead this lap. 70 laps completed here. Again, 14 cars on the lead lap. And I believe we have 21 cars on track. Gilbert and Hutchinson just continue to go back and forth here. And if the inside lane could get just a little more help from Josh Mitchell, they might be able to hold it down here. Oh, and a slow car. That's Maverick Davis in front of the lead pack. That may cause a wrinkle here, as Hutchinson is going to lead lap 71 as well. There they are, trucking up to Maverick Davis. Now the inside lane's really taking over here, as it's a whole car length ahead for Hutchinson. The outside's got to deal with Davis. Oh boy, everybody gets jumbled up down low. Scary moment. Now they come up on Taylor. Taylor jumps down to the inside. Now 13 cars remain on the lead lap. Look at Cody Moore continue to battle there. 4 laps down, but he's not giving up yet. Gilbert working well with the side draft, getting very close down the back stretch. Side by side, Gilbert and Hutchinson down the backstretch. You see Mitchell getting a little out of whack there. Bishop's made his way up into the top 6. And a lot of momentum gain there for Hutchinson. Oh boy, the 48 there of Young almost hit the wall. Where is Stott going to go? He'll drop down low. Hutchinson and Mason jumped up high to get around him. 26 laps left in the race. Hutchinson has led the majority here of this last stretch. You see Gilbert and Young jump down to the low line. Try to get some momentum here. Now Gilbert jumps back outside. Young is going to stay low. Now Young jumps outside in front of Gilbert. .25 to go. And there goes Young on the outside. Great momentum. He's going to take over the lead for the moment. Help a little ways away for both lanes. Hutchinson takes the lead back into the corner. Can he hold on through the trioval? They're going to need more help. And it's going to be Young that leads the lap. Again, this inside lane is struggling because Mitchell is not keeping up here with the draft. Now Gilbertson can almost cover up. A little bit more momentum there for Hutchinson. He takes the lead back into 3 and 4 in the turn, but he'll lose it down the front stretch because the is gone. If I'm Hutchinson, I think I want to get back up on the outside lane. Oh, wow. Hutchinson leads into the trioval. Incredible. I'm not sure how he got the momentum. Young down the backstretch. Young can almost drop down low if he chooses, but he's going to stay outside. And it's going to be Young that leads this lap. Look at Gilbert. Gilbert down to the inside. Along with Young, they're going to jump in front of Blake Hutchinson. That's going to allow Bishop to move up into second on the outside lane. Oh boy, trouble! Car's getting all out of whack there with the lap car, and there's another one, Whitworth. Bishop takes over the lead as everybody splits Whitworth. It's going to be Chris Bishop that leads the lap, with Chris Vincent behind. Young takes back over. They're catching up to a lap pack here of some beat-up Chevys. Lap cars go high. Everybody drops down low. $20 to go, the longest green flag stint we've had tonight. Young pulling well away from the outside lane right now, and oh boy, there goes Mitchell. He goes down to the apron. Young leads the lap. See the just absolute distinct difference in pace between this lead pack and the back pack. Their speeds are ranging from the 180s to 190s, and that backpack is stuck in the 160s. Bishop and Young continue to battle it out for the lead. Bishop right now on the outside holding on, and there is Mitchell, who's going to cause a little bit of commotion here on the outside of turn 1 and 2. Scary moment for the outside group. Oh, through the middle. Shooting is Chris Mason. He's pushing it 3 wide. And he's going to shove Vincent out of the way. Mason jumps up into the second row outside. Bishop once again grabs onto the lead with the momentum from the outside push. 12 cars now remain on the lead lap. Coming up on 15 laps to go. This lap is going to be led by Warren Young in the Toyota. Hutchinson working his way back up. He's now up into fourth. And helping with the inside push, he's up into third. 14 laps to go. Mason peaked, trying to shoot high outside. If I'm Hutchinson, I'm going to jump onto that outside lane. Chooses not to do so, though. He's going to hold on to the inside. Here they are coming up on Schneider in the 2. Where does Schneider decide to go? Schneider takes the apron. They'll soon catch up to the rear field pack. And now this is, oh, there's the wreck! Caution out! And it looks like it was Mike Poole. If I can find him here on my timing sheet. And that was Daxton Stokes, too, in the 95. And Daxton tried to come down on top of the 84. And it took both of them off the track, and that'll bring out our caution. So Mike Poole and Stokes making a connection there, which is going to send them back and us into our 10th caution. And wow, I'm surprised to see that track position is not more important. Hutchinson going to hold on to track position, but you got Young going to come down pit lane. So will Gilbert. So will Bishop. So will Mason. Keon, Zinkel, Blaylock, Daigle, and Stokes all down to pit lane. Blake Hutchinson will take back over the lead. Boy, if you're Blake, I don't know if you're thinking you just made a mistake or not. And look at who has made his way back from a lap down all the way to third. It's Jesse Becker. What's Hutchinson going to do? It looks like he's thinking about pit lane here. Nope, he's going to stay out. It's all going to come down to this. We'll have 8 laps to go. Hutchinson takes the inside lane with Becker behind, and you've got Vincent and Young to the outside. Young on fresh tires. We'll see if the tire strategy is the right one. There goes the pace car. Hutchinson will lead us off. Green flag out. 8 to go at the Daytona Raceway. Evan Gilbert, 250. Good start from Hutchinson and Becker. Bishop right there with him. Big gap. That does not help the outside lane one bit. And if you're Becker and Hutchinson, you think you're going to get in front of Vincent there. Oh, Becker blinks out. The problem with the blinking at these super speedways, you lose the draft. Didn't seem to affect him too much, though. Coming up on 7 to go. The over and the other chat question, will we have a big one before the end? Another big one. Both in jeopardy here. But it's Daytona. I suspect we're going to overtime. Hutchinson and Becker. Oh, there it goes! The over hits. Big shot. Evan Gilbert involved, as well as Zinkel and Stokes. As that looks like Gilbert got turned. And he took a hard shot from Mitchell there. That'll bring the caution back out with 6 to go, and Hutchinson will hold on to the lead. He will not hit pit lane. 11 cars on the lead lap. Franklin, I might have to agree with you. Hutchinson is bad fast tonight. He's a guy, oh, I don't know how to drive these trucks. Quit that know-nothing hick-ack, Blake. You are fast on this asphalt. I think you found a home in these trucks. You had a third last week in the Bristol Bash. Let's see if you can get the luck here at Daytona. Question is, how many green laps will we have? White's going to stay on the pace cars, so at most it will be 3. My assumption is a green-white checker finish. We now have 12 cars on the lead lap. Look who's making his way back out, Maverick Davis. Lights are off the pace car, so we will have 3 laps to go. And if we can make it 2 laps around and bring the white flag out, no matter what, the race will end after 3 laps. Here we go. 3 laps to go. in the Evan Gilbert Photography 250. Who is going to win the race? Hutchinson will lead us off. He's had a bad fast car all night. The new tires didn't seem to help the other drivers.
Green flag.
Green out. Hutchinson leads us off. Good start there from Hutchinson and Becker once again. And there is Young in the 48. He's got a good start. Bishop struggling on the outside. Bishop is holding cover over Young, though, not allowing him to get high. Gotta think of a better way to phrase that. And now we see the outside lane and Bishop just continues to fall off. It is a string of cars on the inside. You see one jump up there. There's two. And that's Mason trying to get some momentum on the outside. He's got a little help. But Hutchinson holding on. We come up. We bring out 2 laps to go. If we stay green through this lap, the race will finish after 3. Hutchinson and Becker holding on. Mason not quite getting the momentum he thought he was going to get, as we see Bishop has dropped down low and he's lost his drafting partner. We come down the backstretch. Will we bring the white flag out? There's the 57 of Fuller. He thinks about going outside. He's got a little push from Mason. Here we come around 3 and 4. They can stay clean. And the white flag is gonna come out. The race will end after this lap. And it's all gonna come down to this. It's Blake Hutchinson in the lead right now. Here we go into 1 and 2. Mason far outside with Fuller and Gilbert, and Gilbert spins Mason. Mason's gonna fall out of the race. Gilbert giving a push there to Fuller. There goes Young. He's gonna shoot outside. Hutchinson still well ahead going into 3 and 4. Now we see another car go down low. There's Vincent into the wall. Young is into the lead right now. Coming out of 3 and 4. Young holding on to the lead. We come to the tri-oval. And it's going to be Blake Hutchinson. Hutchinson wins. Young and then Becker in 3rd. What a finish. Blake Hutchinson wins the Albert. Oh, wow. Wow. The Evan Gilbert Photography 250 is going to be won by Blake Hutchinson at the very last moment in the tri-oval. What a race. Absolutely incredible. Becker with the push there at the end. It was a great move here by Warren Young, but it's not going to be enough. And let's get Jesse Becker from Southport, North Carolina, into the booth as we pull up our results. What a race. Jesse, Quinten in the booth, you got me, bud.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. How are you?
Oh, man, that was an incredible finish there at the end. A nice little friendly push you gave to Hutchinson. Pushes him past Warren to win the race. But let's talk about you for a moment, because your race started off really shitty. You got thumped hard. You're a lap down, and you come all the way back from that to get into 3rd. Just kind of walk me through how you did that.
It's just about staying in the mindset, at a track like this, anything can happen. I knew I was going to be a lap down, and I was like, all I got to do is get that lucky dog, and, anything can happen from there. I just happened to pit. And funny enough, since I was the lucky dog, I pit a lap later than everybody. So I was good on fuel while a lot of other guys still had to pit. So I was able to get that track position near the end and bring home 3rd.
Just a little bit of luck there, and yet bringing home 3rd. Just really great perseverance there, and I'd say a really friendly move you gave your buddy Blake there to push him to the win at the end. Overall, great job, man. Any shout-outs you want to make tonight?
Shout out Evan Gilbert Photography for sponsoring us this year. Shout out my wife for letting me race, of course. That's the most important one, as we know that. Shout out to Franklin, my teammate out there. He didn't have the best race, but, stuff happens. I'm just glad I could bring home a podium. And shout out Blake. It was good working with him. I kind of got boxed in there. And I was like, do I try to go around him, make it 3 wide, wreck everybody, or do I just try to get him a win? So that's what I did.
And it's like you said, another race for Frank where he doesn't get the luck and you come away in a podium. So it looks like we're going to keep that trend going at least one.
I hope
week.
it doesn't, but if it does, I'll be all right. But I want to get him up here sometimes too.
We'll get him up there eventually. Great job tonight, Jesse. Great perseverance. We'll see you next week, buddy.
Thank you, brother.
That was Jesse Becker, 3rd place. Now, let us try to get our 2nd place finisher, Warren Young, up into the booth. Let's see if I can find him here. Nope, doesn't look like we'll have Warren tonight. So it's going to be Blake Hutchinson, our winner, and my broadcaster in the car. Blake, Quinten in the booth. You got me, bud.
I got you, Quinten.
0.018 is what you win by on the tri-oval, and I'm about to lose my damn voice because that was an incredible finish.
Oh my God. I am stoked. I definitely got to thank, Jesse Becker stayed with me. If it wasn't for Jesse, I definitely wouldn't be here right now. Jesse's the man.
It was, I tell you what, man, that was crazy. I thought Warren had you there at the very end, and Jesse just gave you that friendly bump right there. I got a bone to pick with you, bud. You keep saying, I don't know anything about these trucks. I don't know anything about asphalt. I think you got to quit this whole country act not knowing shit, because clearly after coming in 3rd last week, you win the opener here at Daytona. How's this momentum going to help you into the season?
Oh, it feels good. I guess I'm locked in the playoffs now as long as I show up to the races. That feels good, but I definitely gonna, try to run up front, see what I can do. But it definitely feels good. Cody puts on a great league here. Last year was definitely one of my favorite leagues to be a part of, and definitely got to I got to thank everybody that raced clean out there. We had some incidents out there, a lot of cautions there, kind of piled up together, but we had a good long green flag run or two there.
Yeah, and with 40 cars, you kind of expect that. It's Daytona. You get it with 10 cars at Daytona. So overall, just a great race from everybody, and mostly from you. You led a bunch of laps. I don't know if you or Maverick led the most laps, but the NPR team right here going to profit pretty well from this race. Any shout-outs you got to make tonight, buddy?
Big shout out Maverick. He helped me out with the setup. Team NPR, big time help there. And then strategy wise, we did well. We were kind of close on fuel there, so dropped back a little bit and was able to save some, and ended up being able to park in victory lane. And got to thank you up here in the booth.
Hell yeah, buddy. Well, great job tonight, man. You win the season opener here at Daytona. We'll see you next week.
All right, buddy. I'll see you then.
And that was your winner, Blake Hutchinson. Thank you for joining me on the show. What a great race we had tonight, and we will see you tomorrow night for the PGR Cup Series season opener.